Ukraine, presented by Sylvia Ying Zhang, Abigail Stricker, Shui Zhang, Aaron Fanning, and Valerie Martinez. Geography. Ukraine is located in Eastern Europe, west of Russia. The climate is temperate continental. Moving south through Ukraine, you find woodlands and marshes, forested grassland, and grassland. Ukraine's major mountains are the Carpathians in the west. Ukraine's elevation ranges from 0 to 2 to 106 meters. 69% of freshwater withdrawal is industrial. Ukraine's major rivers flow northwest to southeast and empty into the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. Ukraine is the second largest country in Europe and is slightly smaller than the size of Texas. Refer to the map on the right for an area comparison to the U.S. Ukraine's total area is about 600,000 square kilometers. Ukraine's government is considered a republic. It consists of 24 provinces and gained its independence from the Soviet Union in 1991. It features a written constitution that has been amended twice and a civil law system with judicial review. Ukraine features executive, legislative, and judicial branches, with the chief of state being active president Alexander Turkmenov, who took over the role of Viktor Yanukovych this February due to corruption. Economy. Ukraine has evolved first from an agricultural to an industrialized and then to a service-oriented country. Ukraine's GDP per capita is less than $4,000, while it is $49,965 in the United States. Political issues. Ukraine has a new government, one of the key conditions for re-establishing some kind of political stability, renewing international relations, and negotiating loans. Since the removal of President Viktor Yanukovych through deadly anti-government protests, Ukraine has called for a fresh presidential election on May 25th. The move was countered by the Crimea administration that voted overwhelmingly to join Russia in a referendum deemed illegitimate by the U.S. and EU, but welcomed by Russia. Population in Ukraine is 44,291,413. The age structure is primarily from 25 to 54 years, taking up 45% of the population. Life expectancy is 69.41 years, with a total fertility rate of 1.3. Ukraine struggles with HIV and AIDS and obesity. The greatest cause of child mortality is congenital anomalies. The adult mortality rate for males is much higher than the regional and global averages at 310 per 1,000. Ukraine's energy is shown by the graph. In 2011, Ukrainians used natural gas and coal as the main source of energy, and the remainder was from nuclear and oil. Ukraine's environmental problems include the nuclear contamination which resulted from the 1986 Chernobyl accident. 1/10 of Ukraine's land area was affected by the radiation. According to UN reports, approximately 1 million people were exposed to unsafe levels of radiation through the consumption of food. Approximately 8.6 million acres of agricultural land and 3.7 million acres of forests were also contaminated. Air pollution is also a significant environmental problem in Ukraine. In 1992, Ukraine had the world's 7th highest level of industrial carbon dioxide emissions, which totaled 611.3 million metric tons, a per capita level of 11.72. In 1996, the total had dropped significantly to 397 million metric tons. The pollution of the nation's water has resulted in a large-scale elimination of the fish population, particularly in the Sea of Azov. Ukraine is one of the natural resource leaders in Europe and the world, such as iron ore, coal, manganese, natural gas, oil, graphite, titanium, magnesium, timber, and arable land, as you can see from the picture. This picture shows the centers of industrial and mining, which are mostly located towards the east of Ukraine. Ukraine has been a center of agricultural production for a millennia. Today, Ukraine is one of the most extensively farmed areas in the world. 58% of the total area of the country is cultivated. This compares with 10% of the total area of the former USSR and 12% of the total area of the United States. No other developed country has such a high proportion of land under cultivation. The rich dark soil and the vast fields of wheat and other food products have earned Ukraine the nickname breadbasket of Europe. Ukraine is one of the most extensively farmed areas in the world. This also brings severe environmental and natural resource problems. By virtue of its unspoiled soil, Ukraine is also emerging as a major producer of organic food. Ukraine's population, economy, geography, politics, and everything else we've discussed all add up to Ukraine's ecological footprint of 2.90, which is much less than the U.S. ecological footprint of 8, and is only slightly greater than the world average of 2.7. So Ukrainians contribute approximately an average amount to the drain of Earth's resource and biocapacity.